Well, Business Unity South Africa has unanimously nominated Sipho Pityana as its president. Pityana served on several boards, including companies listed on international stock exchanges, and he's also served in the public sector as DG of Labour and DG of Foreign Affairs. Most recently, he was the convener of Save South Africa and is founder and chairman of Izingwe Capital. He joins us now. Thank you so much, Sipho, for your time.
Thank you very much, Sigrid.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I expect this will be confirmed, of course, at the AGM that's coming up soon. But how do you see your role as president of BUSA?
Well, first of all, let me extend my condolences to mine workers who lost their lives at Sibanye Stillwater, and we hope that the outstanding mine worker will indeed be recovered. Well, the Business Unity South Africa, as you know, is the representative of the various business formations, and it interfaces with government, labor, and civil society to look at the future direction of the economy and other issues generally in South Africa. It's important for us to position ourselves as business to enter that conversation in a way that takes advantage of the developments, positive developments that we're seeing in the country, that seek to position the country better, to ensure that we deal with the challenges of growth, we deal with the challenges of an economy that for many years has been exclusive and marginalized many people. Yeah. We deal with the challenges that we are facing today that if we don't deal with competently will marginalize us, and that's the reality of the fourth industrial revolution. In a few years, this economy will be a very, very different economy. If we're not prepared, it will marginalize us and it will marginalize a lot of people a lot more.
And as we think about the future, we also need to think about where we are now.
Yes.
You coming in at a time of great transition in the country from a previous administration
Yes.
that had been bogged down by corruption, by state capture allegations and
Yes.
so on, into what people are calling a new dawn.
Yes.
That doesn't quite translate yet.
Yes.
on the ground and in terms of the economy as well. What challenge does that present for the business community?
Well, I think that it's important that you raise that question. It's a very important one. We are in transition. One of the key things about this is that government has set a very positive tone. The ethical assertion by the president from the very top is a source of great encouragement. It enjoins all of us to find ways to support that initiative and to make sure that certainly the sentiments that is expressing get a lot of support and gain traction and see all of us come together. That's one of the reasons why one of the key things that I think is going to be important is to acknowledge the fact that we must take advantage of the huge energy and resources that reside in civil society, in labor, and in business and in government to work together in a collective forum or structure of sorts to deal with the issues of corruption and state capture that will linger on for a number of years still. Yeah. Corruption manifests in business, it manifests in labor, it manifests in civil society. All of us confront this all the time. So we have to work together to form a combined force to fight it. And
I suppose that's why you want to bolster NEDLAC as well.
Absolutely. NEDLAC is important for another reason too. Many people understate the role actually that has been played by NEDLAC in South Africa's democracy. We're a country that has found its way through dialogue. And NEDLAC is a platform that has been created to do exactly that, to bring all of us together. We're now in a period where every aspect of society is so fractious. The political system is fractious. We have lots of divisions between political parties and within political parties. So there's divisions amongst labor formations, there's divisions within labor formations. The same applies to business and civil society. The only salvation for the nation is to recognize that we have to find mechanisms to compact, to come together and reach compromises on key agenda issues that move the nation forward. So it's going to be one of the key areas of focus. which is social compacting, to bring the parties together around certain things.
Okay.
I mean, look at what we've achieved with the national minimum wage and the labor relations amendments. I know some sections of labor may be unhappy about it. Some sections in business are unhappy about what we agreed on minimum wage. That's what compact is about. Parties give something and they walk away feeling that they could have reached an agreement on something or the other. And
very quickly, business itself has not been blameless in the corruption and in the state capture allegations. How much work are you going to be doing as business itself to do some introspection about what actually went wrong? Well, business has been quite involved in corruption, and one of the key and critical institutions that have done commendable work in rooting out corruption in business has been the Competition Commission. And one of the important things that has happened is that there's been a great deal of introspection in business. And as a result of which, businesses have adopted an integrity pledge, which basically takes responsibility to confront those amongst us who continue to perpetuate acts of corruption. But we have to act and work with other stakeholders in society, hence the suggestion that we need to create a platform for us to collaborate in that regard. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your time today. Business Unity South Africa's incoming president, Sipho Pityana.